get started because I'm eventually going to, what is happening here? I'm eventually going to post this, but hello. How do people do this? Do people usually do this like on a computer so you can see these people?
You're asking me.
I don't know. Anyways. Okay, hi guys. Welcome to the show. It feels kind of weird saying the Shea show, so I'm always just gonna say the show. Live from Hamilton, one of the best cities around, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, isn't Hamilton a great place?
No, we're in right.
God, we love it here. Very special show today. I just feel like we have so much going on. First live, so that's very exciting, and also our first guest on the show. But before we get into that, I just wanted to talk about my morning. So we ran out of coffee a few days ago. Like, we knew of it. We forgot to put it on our grocery pickup, of course. So I like to come home after spin and like make a coffee and then go and enjoy my coffee in the shower. Maybe strange, but that's what I like to do. I don't know. So anyways, I was scrounging for coffee and all we had left was the Nespresso. And like, if you have ever had an espresso, you know that the cups of coffee are about like shots of coffee. Even the, I know there's like some espresso, but then like the cups of coffee are like so tiny. So anyways, I was making two because they were the last two pods. I knew coffee was arriving today for Mike, so I wasn't like a complete savage. I knew you were gonna have coffee. Anyways, so I was making my double cup of coffee while making ice. And then my coffee, I realized when I look back at my coffee, it started spilling over.
Is that why it's all messed back here?
I cleaned it up.
Okay.
I tried. Anyways, so I had to maneuver quickly and then put in another cup. So I had like 2 cups of coffee. So things went awry. This is while I was making ice, which is a whole other story. But anyways, after I finished making my 2 cups of coffee, I then put cream in them. And then I realized after putting the cream in, the cream is bad. How annoyed am I at this point?
I'm pretty annoyed because it expires in April.
It expires in April?
Yeah.
Well, it's gone bad.
Oh, clearly.
Ask me if I still drank the coffee.
Oh, did you still drink the coffee?
Yeah, I still drank the coffee. Because the Nespresso has like the foam on the top and I don't like a lot of light, like on in the mornings, I couldn't really see the curdling. It was fine. I was fine. And nothing happened to me. I was fine. So anyways, just quickly on the other end of that, the ice making that goes on in this house, ice making is my job. Because I'm trying to prove to Mike that I'll be a really good house manager one day. But so I'm telling you, I have to make 7 trays of ice, which gets us through 24 hours.
I like a lot of ice.
The amount of ice that you drink, is crazy. I was just wondering, like, if you share with the neighbors or something, and we go through it so quickly.
I like a cold belly.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Anyways, this is my full-time job, making ice around here. So, anyway. Okay, so we are going to be moving on to our first guest on the show. Okay, so without further ado, babe, Larry, you good? Okay, let's welcome Michelle, the Aura and Angel Reader, to the show. Huh? Hi. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
This is Michelle.
Hi.
Okay, you can come in more.
Okay.
Guys, it's tight quarters in here, okay?
No COVID restrictions.
COVID's gone.
Yeah.
Well, hello.
Hi.
How are you? Yeah, cheers.
Welcome.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
I can tell you that it's not water in our glasses tonight. Anyways, so thank you so much for joining us here tonight.
Yeah.
First and foremost, do you like pineapple on your pizza?
Yes, I do. I'm from the islands. I'm sorry.
Amazing. God, that's good. Not a lot of people like that.
I do. I'm one of those.
Yeah, you like a sweet and salty mix.
Yes,
That's
like
lovely.
me.
Right. Lovely. So, Michelle. Michelle and I had to stop talking to each other before this happened because I was like, I don't want to have to ask you things twice because our chatter was just nonstop. So tell us a bit about what you do.
Okay.
There's so many layers.
There is. So the quick and dirty is...
Ooh, yeah, quick and dirty. We like that.
Yeah. I'm also from the islands, so we make everything dirty. So
perfect. You're in the right place.
So I've always seen energy, felt energy since I was a kid. It's something that always been around me. My first instinct about people is normally real and accurate. And angel card reading is just recent because I had a near-death experience where I saw angels. So
right. So that brought in a new layer to what you do.
Yeah.
So in the way of energy, and sorry, do we call them spirits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spirit guides. Yeah.
Spirit guides.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is something that you had or kind of could see since you were younger.
Yeah.
And growing up, how was that for you?
You can imagine. You see things and you feel things and you can't explain it, so you try telling an adult, and so you kind of learn to repress it and bury it and don't say anything, and yeah. So yeah.
So it was probably tough at times.
It was really tough, and because when you bury things like that, that's part of you. I had a really great therapist that basically said I was killing a part of myself, so it started to manifest itself physically in my body. So physical illnesses and sickness, and especially in my stomach area.
Yeah.
Because that's where your instinct is, right? With your heart and your chest and your head with your soul. With you kind of instinctively, if you're blocking that part of yourself, you're basically blocking part of you.
Right.
So your body's fighting something. It doesn't know what it's fighting. So
wow.
Yeah, physically.
So at what stage did you come to terms with it and you were like, okay, this is actually who I am. I'm going to start kind of seeing what I can do with it?
Just last year.
Last year?
Yeah. Well, I actually have told family and friends stuff. I've been a guide for them and people who know me, but I've never done it for strangers or anything. So it recently just started last year.
Yeah. Cool. Wow. So in the way of spirits or seeing energy and feeling energy, what the heck does that look like?
So think about it. It's sort of like an Instagram filter.
Okay.
So,
which we love.
Yeah. Which is in real life, you look at somebody and then there is what you see, and then you see everybody around them has their aura. So their energy field around them. Some people's aura is bigger because of who they are and what they do with their lives. And
do I have a big aura?
You do. You have a very warm, embracing aura, but you also have the "don't fuck with me" aura.
Right. Yeah. It's a good mix. Mix of both.
Yeah. So fine line. And then some people have a really thin aura because they're so depleted. Yeah.
Depleted from what?
Just life, general, energy, people.
So they're just down and out.
Yeah. You can always tell. Right now, there's a lot of people with depleted auras.
Right. It's been because of COVID.
Yeah.
It's been tough.
It is.
So as things get better in your life, so for example, we met on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
That's when Michelle and I first met, and I met up with her for a reading. Do we call it a reading?
Yeah,
a reading. I have to admit, I was very hungover during that meeting, which I was like, ugh, I don't know if she's gonna catch some good vibes from me.
I did get good vibes.
Okay, so it shone through.
The thing
fog.
is, so your mental fog and your body fog is two different things.
Okay.
Yeah, it could translate into the same thing, depending on who you are and like if your physical energy is low and your spirit energy is low, it's like you will be low.
Right.
But if you are a naturally charismatic person and a person whose aura replenishes itself by doing things, because everybody's aura can replenish. So if you do things that you like and your natural element, because long story short, like everybody has elements of the universe in them. It's been scientifically proven, elements that are in the stars are in humans. So if you are naturally inclined to being like in the nighttime, like you get replenished by the moon and the stars and stuff like that, like night winds, night lake, night. And then there's some people who are morning people who get replenished by the sunrise and the sun and their energy. And some people get replenished by wind, and some people get replenished by just being around other people because that's who they are, right? So everybody's spirit is different.
Does that have to do with like your what is it called? Your sign? Like I'm a Cancer?
No.
Oh, it has nothing
Well,
to do with
maybe
that.
it does. I don't know much about that, so I can't speak to that. So all I know is from what I've learned and what I've seen is everybody's energy is tied to nature. So your cosmic energy is also tied to nature. And because the universe is so filled with so many different elements and like energy fields, like you can always draw into it, right? Like it's sort of like a sonic wave. Like your body pulsates out into the universe and then it receives it back, right? But a lot of people don't receive it properly. They don't let it in because you're so...
So that's something that we could all practice and get better at.
Yeah.
Basically.
Like the breathing exercise.
Right, the breathing. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So in the way of, I keep like starting every conversation like that. That's what I want to say. About the difference between a psychic and a medium and a aura reader and an angel reader. What does that mean? Because there's so many
Different types. So everybody is different, right? Some people can fake it really well. And so what it is a psychic is basically somebody who's intuitive. Like they know, they feel things, they see things. A medium can actually communicate with the dead. Okay. They can actually communicate with the spirit world more like vocally and see things and get messages from them that they transfer onto you. Tarot readers and angel cards are the same thing. So, but it's every type of card has a different type of energy. Right. And for me, angel cards resonated with me again because of my near-death experience and my, awakening into the spiritual world and the angel worlds that I had. Like you always know it exists, but because I was never raised as a Christian, I didn't know much about angels. Right. So I've done a lot of research about angels recently. Yeah. So hence the angel card reading, because like I feel their presence, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. And so you said that you can see people who have passed, and
I don't see people who have passed. I see spirit guides. So there's a difference. Like if somebody died and you said to me, "Can I talk to my mom and my dad?" I'm like, "No, I can't do that." Yeah. All I can see is like, so everybody who's on this realm. So there's different realms.
Different realms. Caitlin, where are you at?
Yeah. So what happens is, so within 3 generations, typically...
Dimensions is what I was talking about. Sorry.
Yeah. So 3 generations, their tie to you is there, right? So if somebody has passed within 3 generations of you, they're still tied to this world. So they still know this world. They still understand how the world works. And because they know what happens when you pass on, they try to give you messages so that your passing on is easier. So that's why sometimes like you would feel like you'll be in the middle of doing something and you feel like I need to stop, or like you get jolted like a lot of times, like especially if you're about to do something that's out of character, like or you'll hear a favorite song on the radio that you used to listen to them, or you'd see a color or a shape or like food or they are always trying to communicate with you, right? Same thing with the angels. They're always trying to communicate with you and prevent you from like going down the path of darkness. Because right now, the balance in the universe is off. It's more dark than it is light, and that's why most people feel off whack. Because we're not at equilibrium.
So why only 3 generations?
Because that's
Where do those people go after they're kind of like untethered?
so. Some people are reborn, and some people move on.
Some people are reborn.
Yeah.
Where are they? Where are they going if they move on?
So some people move on in the sense of like they return like everlasting, and they just go home to God or whoever you believe in.
Okay.
And then
Do we have a choice?
No, it's your karma, it's your destiny, it's your ability to you have it's your soul has to be fully ready to stop coming back.
Oh, like we only get so many trips around.
That's not that you can get unlimited trips if you wanted to, but it's
I feel like I'll be back around.
yeah, probably a lot of people will because they're
not done yet.
But right now, this like generation, this life has. I think a lot of people are just so lost that they have to come back to find themselves.
Oh.
Yeah. Because if you don't find yourself within this lifetime, you have to. Have to be at peace. Like you have to want to go home, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I found myself, so this might be my last run.
Not if you don't want it to be.
Okay, no, I want to come back probably. I think so.
Sorry.
No, that's great. In the way of energy, do you feel like you would have like an upper hand when it comes to like if you were like a Reiki person, like a Reiki master? Because they're like, aren't they energy?
Their energy fields. They work with the physical energy of the body, but they work with like being close to people and touching people.
That's not your jam.
That's not my jam.
Right.
I don't like. Because like it bombards
Is this
me.
killing you right now with like us being really close?
No, like I showed you, like it's just like a little bit of a cosmic bubble that you build around yourself.
You'll
to,
be
like,
doing a lot of bubble cleansing later on.
No, it's not like that. And then sometimes like little things like having a energy stone, so like it helps
Right.
transfer it. That's why crystals are so good because they actually have natural healing energies in them, like natural energy. It's part of the the solar universe. So you have like a connector to the big.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can that be any stone?
That's why when you go to a crystal shop, you gravitate towards certain crystals because that's the energy that resonates with the energy that's in your body.
And so this is the one that you...
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so should we get into a reading of some type?
Unless you have any questions from your audience.
Do we have any questions from the audience? Dimensions. Babe, were you looking at the questions?
No questions.
No questions. We didn't. I didn't really say they could do questions.
Okay, that's okay. I wasn't sure.
You guys can ask some questions and we can fit them in.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, these are my energy cards. It's angel cards. You kind of go with the flow and kind of figure out which one works well for you. So I went into Indigo and I went through a lot of cards and trying to figure out which one I was drawn to. And this was the one I was drawn to. So,
like that card deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's like, you literally go in and you're overwhelmed by the amount of
different packs of cards.
Yeah, and the different types. Like I said, tarot cards.
Right.
They did not resonate with me because the energy felt wrong for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way it works is this deck is tied to me and my energy. So what you do is like you knock it 3 times to release your energy, and I get you to knock it because you want
How many times?
3. Right? And then like you shuffle. And then you think of a question that you want an answer for.
Like in life?
Anything you want an answer for, yeah. Something that you want to work for you.
Let's say, am I on the right path?
Okay, so your angel guide is Gabriel. So Gabriel, from all the readings I've done, is an earth angel. So she's always on earth. Like she's always here. She's part of like what you call like the big 5.
Oh,
like,
the big 5.
Yeah, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Ariel, and my brain. My brain is really bad.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Another one.
So she is saying, a challenge you can resolve. So you already know that because when we originally spoke,
Yeah.
you were wondering where your direction was, and I
Yep.
told you one direction
Yeah.
was
Literally
total drain.
changed my whole course of action because
Yeah.
of Shell here.
Sorry. Right. So so it says withdraw from the dreams of others. So basically you need to focus on what you want to do and where you want to go. And you already know, like I already told you this, like your vision for yourself and what you want to achieve is so clear in your mind.
Yeah.
Like you literally have a roadmap.
Yeah.
And you're following your roadmap. So yes, like there's gonna be like a little detour that would pull you back in a certain direction, but you are on the right path. Like it is something that you will be good at, like you will enjoy, and it will bring you peace, and it will bring the people around you peace and joy too, right?
Lovely.
Yeah.
It's lovely. And have patience with yourself.
Yes. 'Cause
Yeah, I
patience-
feel like I really am trying to do that more often.
like
Yeah.
I think when we first met, I told you need to pause and just breathe.
Yes.
Sometimes, and just admire, like, and a lot of people, what they do is they don't appreciate like all the work you've done so far that you're seeing the rewards for. You're so busy focusing on the next step, you're not enjoying the moment.
Right.
You're not taking the time to realize, I'm living a dream I've always wanted to live.
Right. I feel like actually recently,
Yeah.
I feel like when I went, I've been really working on that a lot more, trying to be like more present
Yeah.
in the moment rather than like, I've got to do this, I got to do this, I have to do that.
Go
All the
living your
social
life by a list.
jibber jabber.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're so busy checking stuff off the list, you're not even looking at how much stuff you've already checked off.
Right.
Right? So pausing to just look back on, So that's what it's saying. You're on the right path. You
Okay,
just
good.
have to pause and appreciate it and love it and be there. Yeah.
Lovely. I think I'm doing that. Do we want to talk about my energy?
Mm-hmm.
Where am I at
Right now?
right now?
So you've replenished a lot.
Oh, yeah.
From
Non-stop replenishment. Christmas is December is just an awful time for my well-being.
But it's also like spring, right? So with spring comes the chance to like replenish, regrow, like regrowth. Like, I don't know if you enjoy being part of like flowers and nature, whatever.
I have. Last year, I actually really realized that I started doing the stairs last year, and it felt like it like fed my soul.
Yeah.
Which I never thought. I always went camping when I was younger and stuff, but I never appreciated it as much as I did last year.
Yeah. But that's the thing, right? Like, so in my opinion and my brain, the way my brain works is the fact that COVID gave everybody a chance to reset and regroup and figure out a little bit of who they are. And a lot of people didn't really stop and see that. They were so busy trying to live that they haven't really lived, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Whereas with you, your energy right now is like, I'm ready to take on the world. I'm ready for my next step. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm heading there.
Yeah.
On a steady incline.
Yeah. And even like the fact that you're not as frustrated with like your direction anymore. So that's also something that's not holding you back anymore, right?
Yes.
So you're orange, really bright.
Orange.
Right now. Yeah. Like
Nice.
orange is a sign of like hope and growth and rebuilding. Yeah.
Cool. I don't remember what you told me my colors were last time. I think you had like a green.
A little bit of green and a lot of you had
Red.
a little bit of red and like frustration and anger and like animosity. No, you don't have that much red, and you still have that little bit of it because everybody has that little bit of fire in them,
Right.
and you get like easily annoyed sometimes with people.
Yes.
But
I do.
yeah, so just like learning to like pause, and not everybody will agree with you, and not everybody will see the world the way you see it. And
Right.
just recognizing that in
Totally.
yourself, right? So I think you're in a good path.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do feel like I have been working on that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to just be more
Mindful.
mindful. Yeah. Like everybody doesn't think like I do, so I can't expect that. Right? You know?
True.
Yeah.
I think somebody's asking, how long does a reading take?
How long does a reading take?
Well, it depends on what you want. Like, you can do a 1-card reading like we just did. You can do a 3-card reading, or you can do a Celtic Cross. I'm still working on the Celtic Cross because that's 10 cards. So it basically talks about the here and now, what led to the here and now, and what you want the answer to be, and what you need to work on to get to the answer. So that one's a little bit longer. And So it also depends on, because a lot of people sometimes don't want to hear the good and the bad. So like I need to understand where you are mentally, like you know, like what you want to hear. Like I'm just.
That's so cool. I started off doing a half an hour. That was our original game plan, and then we went into an hour for sure.
Yeah.
So I would say, depending on how many questions you have and kind of what you're looking for, half an hour or an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like Michelle and I could talk all day. Once you like tap into her, you're like, okay, we gotta keep this going.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It does. And it also depends on like how receptive you are to changing your dynamic, right? Like you can't ask me to help you and then not be willing to enact some of the changes and actually consider it.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, why else? Well, I know people probably come for all different reasons, but I mean, if, you know, maybe you're looking to improve in something. Like for me, for example, I went to Michelle and I was like, I am literally about to change course in my life. And I was thinking about becoming a realtor because I was like, I'll have a lot more time on my hands to do all the fun stuff that I want to do in my life. And she was like, no, you probably shouldn't do that. And it was very helpful, the information that you gave me. She literally said to me, you need to start focusing on your creativity. And from that, I was like, done. Perfect. Not getting my real estate license, and we'll see what happens here. And now I have a show, and I love it.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm totally in the right place, and I don't even care. Like, whatever happens with this is just fun. Connecting with people.
Because that's what you thought real estate would be, and I told you it wouldn't.
Yeah.
For you, not for you.
No.
It's a lot of...
I don't like paperwork.
No.
I don't like any of that.
Plus, you're so creative, like naturally you are very visual, like you're a visual person, whereas realty, like I told you, staging, if you wanted to get into staging for realty, or like, you know,
or like social media with realtors.
Yeah, that would be a better idea than actually doing this. So, yeah.
I'm on the right path.
Yes, you are, and you're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
Anything else? Where can people find you?
On Instagram at Aura and Angel Card Readings. You can put the link on after.
Yes.
And my phone number, if you want it, is 905-484-3773.
Got that? I'm going to post it after as well.
She's the next host of a show. Yes, she is. She's naturally.
I've been working on my interviewing skills. I've been listening to a lot of Larry King. Okay, well, thank you so much. Shall we do a cheers?
We shall.
Cheers. First guest on the show, and it's been lovely. What is our time at?
I'm not even sure anymore.
I thought you were timing us.
I was.
Oh, anyways, Larry has also done a fabulous job.
Yes.
We love Larry.
Kids in here.
No,
I know.
We love him being here with us, and
he made me look good on camera.
He did.
Yeah.
He makes all of us look good on camera. He's very talented. Okay, Larry?
Cheers.
Love you, Larry.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's a wrap. And unless anybody has any questions, real quick. 29 minutes. Oh, that was long. Anyways,
Somebody's been timing
we
us.
could be, I mean, it probably, anyways, that's it for today.
Yes.
And thank you so much for coming on again. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Okay?
Bye.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Cheers. I'm going to stop this thing. Guys, I really don't actually know. Oh, the X.